The Amazing Digital Circus is one of the biggest, most mysterious shows. And one of the biggest mysteries is 100% the abstracted characters. So we are going to be taking a deep dive into them and their ages based on what I think. Starting off with Scratch, and unfortunately for him, he was the first in the cellar. Scratch was actually brought up by Kinger. Here is the clip.
I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head.
As you heard in the clip, Kinger said Scratch's ideas were so bizarre that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, and he also has a brain tumor. Closing up about Scratch, I'm willing to predict that Scratch was 17 to 22 due to the original cast arriving at the circus in 1999, 27 years ago. As Kinger is 48 right now, he would be 21 when he was first in the circus. Next up we have Wormo, who was inspired by the 1990s Worm on a Rope toy and is highly believed to have been the second to abstract. Like Scratch, he was a developer of the Amazing Digital Circus and also helped create Kane. Unlike any other cast member, Wormo has just a head and tail. Concluding Wormo, I'm gonna guess he was 1 5 to 4. Spike is a combo of classical 90s toys, and his main design is based from the land before time and Godzilla combined. As you can see, it wouldn't be a surprise if he abstracted maybe around 1 to 2 months after Wormo's abstraction in maybe 2001 to 2002, and he seems very depressed. Finishing up with Spike, I think he could have been 30 to 45. Due to his depressed state, 90% of the time people under 20 to never have depression anyway. Bizko is a polka dot jester with white-gloved floating hands, and there are only 2 others like him in circus history. I would not be surprised if Bizko was the last of the OG cast except for Kinger and Queenie. He looks 100 times more stable than Ratty, and I'll explain in a minute. Judging by his fan art, which I could not get a photo of, he seems like a very positive character and would last very long like I said previously. Finishing up with Bizko, I feel like he would be 20 to 231 because, as I said a second ago, he might have been a positive character. Ratty used to be a sock puppet fan theory, but is now proven to be some mouse or rat plushie. As you can see, Ratty had some kind of eye infection, possibly from the real world. Building on what I said earlier, Bizko would be way more stable than Ratty due to a possible fan theory or Gooseworks herself saying she was like Ragatha. Closing up about Ratty, I think she was around 15 to 21 because she genuinely seems young. Queenie is a queen chess piece similar to Kinger is a chess piece. Originally Queenie's name was Queener fan theory. Finishing up with Queenie, I'm gonna guess she was about 17 to 22 when she first entered the circus. Grinchilda is one of the distant abstracted characters whose name was recently revealed. Almost all of the characters mentioned after this are going to be entirely fictional stories. So what I think happened is she joined the circus and the cast was Kinger, Ragatha, Ribbit, Kaufmo and others. She was instantly welcomed by Ragatha and went on the first adventure. Got used to it, went on the second adventure, was fine, etc. But as time flew by, she saw more and more people abstract until she finally slipped. Then she abstracted. Judging by her looks, she seems to be 25 to 35 years old. Someone said his name was Hopeless, so we will just call him Hopeless. So Hopeless spawned in and was instantly depressed. The cast was Kinger, Ragatha, Ribbit, Kaufmo, Grinchilda, etc. He went on the first adventure, absolutely hated it. The next day he hadn't come out of his room, so Ragatha, Ribbit, and Kaufmo went to check up on him, but they found he was abstracted. They all tried to escape, but only Ribbit succeeded, and he told Kane, and Hopeless was gone. Unlike any other abstracted characters before him and after, he was the only one that lasted just over a day. Closing of the story of Hopeless, I think he was 30 to 45 years old when he joined the circus. His name is believed to be Blanc, so we will call him Blanc. He is based of the vintage toy, the Space Cyclops X+. So Blanc arrived at the circus in 2009, and the cast was just Kinger, Regatha, and Ribbit. Blanc went on his first adventure. He was scared, obviously, but like Pomni, as time went on, he got more and more used to it. He had seen Hopeless, Grinchilda, and many others abstract, until on an adventure he had been bullied by Kane's traps. So then he abstracted Kinger, and Kaufmo, who joined already, managed to escape from Blanc, but Regatha, Ribbit, and others were not so lucky. Blanc abstracted in 2012, lasting around 3 years. I'm going to guess that Blanc was around 40 to 50, because he seems much older than any other cast member ever. She is believed to be Shelley, so we will call her Shelley. Shelley spawned in the circus in 2010, and the cast was Kinger, Regatha, Ribbit, and Blanc. Shelley was welcomed by Regatha like everyone else. She went on her first adventure. It was a 5/10, and gradually her mental state got better, or so we thought. At the time of her abstraction, the cast was Kinger, Regatha, Ribbit, Kaufmo, Jax, and one other, who will be mentioned. Like Jax, she began isolating in her room, but unlike Jax, it was too late. She abstracted Regatha, and Kinger went to check on her, but it was too late. She lasted until 2014. Closing up about Shelley, I think she was 22 to 29 years old. Nobody knows what his name is, so I will make one up, and I will call him Glorby. Glorby spawned in the circus in 2012, and the cast was Kinger, Regatha, Ribbit, Kaufmo, and others. He went on his first adventure, and he honestly thought he would abstract the next day, but he didn't, and he went on like 20 more adventures before he quietly abstracted in 2015, and the cast was Kinger, Regatha, Ribbit, Kaufmo, Jax, and Gangle. Closing up with Glorby, I think he was 1/5 to 4. Next up there is Ribbit, who is a frog. Everyone thought she was a boy, but she is actually a girl. Ribbit was Jax's and Kaufmo's friend before some snow adventure, and abstracted in 2013 to 2015, right before Zubul arrived. Ribbit seems a lot like Pomni's old version Froggy. Besides spoilers, this is the only scene of Ribbit we have.
Something that you regret.
Closing up about Ribbit, I think she was 24 to 8. Last is Kaufmo, who was friends with Jax and Ribbit. We got his abstraction scene here. It is.
You can do.
I've been looking for this. Thanks for keeping an eye on it, Coffee. I'm gonna head out. See ya.
Oh! Kaufmo's been abstracted. That's okay.
What?
Goose said that Kaufmo abstracted so Pomni could take his place. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.